Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of what is the show called? By Shadows Light. By Shadows Light. My goodness. Okay. Well, sorry. All right.
Well, I know someone who runs too many games.
What's my name again?
Yeah. What's my name?
Who are you people?
Yes. Welcome to Bingo. Yeah. Right. So, disclaimer: we haven't actually played in quite some time because of life, COVID, and everything else. So, if we get a few facts a little bit wrong from last time, you just fill in the gaps and just pretend that we got it right. Right. So just bear that in mind. It is what it is, and we're hopefully going to be having fun. So, let's just get straight into it, shall we? Let's get straight into it. Brief recap is we've got Rick in the tube bowels of the ship, crawling around, trying to shunt power around to create effectively sensor shadows that will distract from a scan that is being run by a Brionnese warship, the Vigilance, which has come across our intrepid ship out in the middle of nowhere. So that's where Rick is. Yellow is trying to manipulate all of that power that's being shunted around to create false imagery so that the Vigilance thinks they're just getting basically static and power loss and the like. Nova is frantically calculating using, although it's called a sextant, it's a digital version by now, I'm sure, but there is some frantic planning going on for a target destination jump anywhere but here. But I do believe it was to Gragan, is that correct?
We want to head towards Gragan, I believe, and if there was any problems there, I'm also planning a secondary course to jump then further in.
Gotcha, that's right. And the captain was engaged in a seductive attempt to keep the Admiral Garn of the Vigilance, distracted, whilst his crew were frantically trying to hide the fact that they had not only a survivor from the Sagetti War on board, but they also had survivors from the Dwarvashian side as well, mortal enemies, so it now seems, except that they got the Dwarvashians completely blind drunk. And the Sagetti has vanished. Last seen attempting to steal a shuttle to escape. Anyway, I'm talking to the wrong camera, I've just realised. That's my camera over there. Oh my god, I think I should just go back to bed. Anyway.
What a beautiful profile you have.
Yes, it's like I'm talking over there. It's like, who the hell is he talking to? I need to put my glasses on. Anyway.
You need one of those red lights above the camera.
I do. It's like, all the lights. How many lights are there? There are 4 lights. Right.
And a little stick-it note that says, here.
Here.
I relate now, though, because I also have multiple cameras now.
That's
and
it.
It's like,
it's what happens. It's what happens. Okay, here we go. So we are in the inky blackness of space. The massive warship of the Vigilance looms over the smaller form of the ship, the Miss Daisy, as I recall. That scan had just initiated and was slowly sweeping its way across the ship from right to left, working its way across each of the decks, scanning in what the Admiral described as a perfectly routine scan. Yellow, you are watching the scanning as it's progressing across the ship, and you are shunting and sliding power around. And to your delight, you watch as the scan passes over, you create these shadows and little masks over the unmoving forms of the Dwarvashians. And because you are looking at what the sensors are seeing over the slightly moving form of this jetty in the cargo bay. And sorry, go for it.
You see me turn, I think, is the captain within eye shot?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
oh,
you,
yeah.
you see me turn, and
guys are
half
on the
my
bridge.
face is starting to swell up from the slap fighting. So my eyes a little scrunched into big red, and all you see him go is like everything's working out just fine. Go get him, Captain. Go get him.
Yes, indeed. The scan continues to move over everybody and eventually comes to finish. There is once again an incoming communication from the Admiral. We've completed our scans of your vessel. You are prepared to come across, as you indicated earlier, Captain.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm just making sure that our power fluctuations are getting a little bit more stable. So tell me, Admiral, are you going to stay here for longer, or are you heading? Where are you heading? Should we follow? Should we catch up? What's the plan?
He pauses for a moment. We are simply here to observe the outcomes of the disturbance at the edge of Dwarvashian and Sajetti space. Should aid be required by survivors, we will move to act accordingly, as per the mandates of intergalactic law. And yourself, Captain?
Well, as I said before, we are just like, we had a trade route. We were shipping goods, and we got caught a little bit in the events that were unfolding there. So we're trying to repair our ship and continue moving. I'm still looking forward to meet you in person, though, Admiral.
Yes. If you could make that as quick as possible, I would appreciate it, Captain. My repair crews do stand by if you do require assistance.
I would, if possible, quickly, kind of without him hearing me, ask Miss Daisy. I would like to learn more about the reaction time of the Brennian fleet that is here, or this ship, the Vigilance, because I feel like we just got out of the fight, and I'm not certain if someone who is reading the signals of a fight can be here within that time, or if rather not, they have been leaving before the fight started.
The statistical probability of the Brennian fleet detecting the engaged battle between the Dwarvashian and Sajetti forces and then dispatching the Vigilance depends entirely on the previous location of the Vigilance. The vessel may very well have been in patrol in this area, in which case a response time of less than several hours is within expected limits. However, if the Vigilance was elsewhere, it becomes problematic from a timing perspective, Captain.
Well, maybe we are just getting a little bit too paranoid here. So, well, Admiral, if that's fine, I will finish my business here on ship, and then I will come over to the Vigilance. I'm really excited to see your beautiful ship.
We will make the necessary preparations. I will give you a grand tour.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Ohu out.
Captain, you real excited about that grand tour? Oh man, I bet the ship has a lot of gallows and torpedo bays.
Well, I'm still not certain if we should try and run, but at least I've bought us a few minutes.
Captain, you can always say that I do have friends in Gregan who are willing to help us repair the ship.
Yeah, not sure if I can convince them to not dispatch their repair units over to us here, but I will do my best.
We can always just let them know that there's probably more survivors who are more in need of their help than us, and that we can at least putter away.
Yeah, sure. Yellow, how's our guest doing in the Met Bay?
Well, we cut off the oxygen, and me being a doctor thinks that's real bad. So we should get over there and probably check them out, or check, like what you talked about with the Admiral, making sure we have good conversation, check all the stuff.
I
forgot
already
you were a
heading
doctor.
there.
He's not a doctor. Are you kidding me?
I know.
All right.
I forgot.
So I'm
that
going to head
joke.
over to the medical bay.
All right, you're going to head over to the medical bay. That's not a problem. I'm just busy checking to make sure everything is as it's meant to be. You're heading over to the medical bay. Rika, you are noticing that from the sounds of the conversation coming over the comms, it would appear as if Yellow has finished throwing power around, and certainly you've seen that the power levels have normalized, except for the medical bay. There seems to be a unusual buildup in that facility. It does still register as having very low levels of oxygen.
Okay. Can I diagnose the reason for this buildup? Like, what kind of energy is it? Why is it?
It seems as if one of the power conduits leading to the door is receiving incredible resistance, which is causing a temperature buildup, which is causing all kinds of mayhem on the system itself.
Well, with me assuming from the energies that has stopped bouncing around the ship, I'm going to skitter down to the med bay immediately.
All right.
Rika thinks she knows what's going on.
Okay. And Yellow's gone down to the med
wrench
bay
in
as well,
hand,
right?
she's going to run down there.
All right, so Yellow's gone down.
Or,
and...
sorry, I'm in the tubes. Skitter.
Skitter. Absolutely. Captain, are you going to board the shuttle on your ship to go over to the Vigilance, or are you going to transport across?
No, I feel like I would use the shuttle.
All right, you're going to head
You
over
can
to the
use one of the
shuttle.
drones.
Just drag him over and over. All right, so you're going to go down that. Nova, I need you, please, because you are still at helm.
Mm-hmm.
I need you, please, to just give me a. Let me just bring it up here. I need you to please give me. Yeah, give me a physical science check.
Natural 12. What's my plus to physical science?
0?
Natural 12.
Natural 12. I like that. Okay.
A naked 12.
So
Nice.
you are looking at the courses that you have been able to plot, and you are looking at, if the vigilance had come from potentially further out and that sort of thing. And then you notice that your stellar cartography map appears to be flickering on and off the brightness. It's almost like the refresh rate is not good enough, except that it doesn't actually have a refresh rate anymore. So it's darkening and dimming ever so slightly. You almost catch it out of the corner of your eye more than directly looking at it.
Like the power to the system is slowly like shutting.
Well, yeah, dropping slightly and then peaking up, dropping, and then peaking up, dropping, and then peaking up. The more you look at it, the more you realize that it seems to be more. It almost seems to be in it doesn't seem to be random. It seems to be a pattern almost, as if it's a rhythm.
Is it a Morse code?
Well, Morse code doesn't exist anymore, but it could be something like that, where this stuff is going on and off.
We don't have a language check in this,
Obscure
do we?
law. Obscure law. Mm.
I'm going to page. Anyone have any knowledge in like signals or like type of coding?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I really loud and clear. We used to hit buckets in different patterns when the guards were coming.
I rolled another natural 12. Yes. Welcome back,
Okay.
me.
I'm gonna, if I can, Rika or I can assist her. That would be
Well, I
great.
think Rika's running the med bay.
Yeah,
So am I,
I'm into the
but
med bay,
yes.
and obscure lore is not her thing.
Obscure lore is my thing. So
Obscure
Level's
machine,
really high. I
yes.
might not
Obscure
need
lore,
your help.
no.
I'm
So
doing good.
this is all happening kind of at the same time. So jumping quickly to Yellow and Rika, you both arrived at the same time. I am going to show you the map of what's going on here. And as you guys are arriving, let me just move that over so it makes more sense. You can see that the Sagetti is standing next to the door and has moved the bioscanner so that its arm is extended, it looks like, into the wall socket itself. And that's causing a short. And the door is very quietly getting to a point where it's going to override. And then all of the magnetic locks will simply shut off. And then it can just be dragged open if the hydraulic release, which is on both sides, is released.
okay. I'm going to answer that way, and then I'm going to cut myself off halfway through conversation and say, you best step away from the door, please. You're not qualified like I am to deal with all that fancy doctor equipment. I'm going to try to do some sort of intimidate check.
Sure thing. Oh, you arriving on the scene at the same time, just by the way. So what was your intimidate?
What is the skill for? Psychology, I'm assuming?
Oh, it's psychology. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm
9.
gonna assist because I'm gonna stand next to him, look real big. Oh well, I'm small, but my wrench is big. So I'm gonna give you an assist.
Stand
of
on my
4.
shoulder and just swing it over my head. Gonna give me 4. So I got a total of 11.
All right. The figure backs up. It's the Captain Zero. He backs up and he looks at you. You don't understand. I need to leave this ship as soon as possible. It's for your own safety. Allow me to board the Brianese ship. It is heading back into Brunei space, which means I am no longer your burden to bear. It is foolish for us to remain playing in this game, huh?
Is the good admiral been the you call the good admiral here? We did this part of your plan the entire time.
Yeah.
I
How did he
have
know?
no idea what ship is outside.
How did he know there's a ship outside, though?
Psychology check. I'm calling this bullshit. Can you still assist me?
Rika, what do you think? Do you think he's lying?
Oh, natural 12.
Well, there we go. Hey, when is
That's
it
a
my
Really
turn?
good day.
So, with his assistance, do I add all of whatever you just rolled?
You
Yes.
add, yes. Let's go with that for
Okay.
now.
16.
16. Well, I rolled an 11, but it's not a 12. So, well, whilst he says that he has no idea, you're looking at him. It does look as if parts of his armor, because you know his armor, it's got all this glowing light stuff on it. There is a certain part of his wrist armor which seems to be pulsing erratically, but the more you look at it, the more you realize that it actually isn't erratically pulsing. It's regularly pulsing, which may indicate, but it's very difficult to read the Sagetti because, of course, he has the whole mask thing on, so you can't actually see his face.
Oh, he put that back on.
He has put back as much as he can. Captain, what are you doing?
Well, I will join the two of them, and I will step into the med bay.
The
And I
door is
would-
probably real hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to open it?
Well, yeah. If I don't get physically burned by doing that, that would be stupid. But otherwise, I will open the door.
Sure. The door slides open.
Yeah, and I would like to step in front of Captain Zero.
You have finally come to your senses, Captain.
How about that? How about you cut your crap and start telling us what all of this is all about? Or I'm at the moment really considering getting rid of your face mask and putting your face at the bow of our ship. Because this is getting really annoying, and I feel like we're playing games here where I don't know the rules, and I don't like playing games where I don't know the rules. So how about that? How about you tell us what's going on here, and what's your business with the Brennian, and why do you need to get off that ship? And if I feel like I like your answers, we might let you leave.
I see there's some club action going on and knuckle action going on in the background there. He looks at you.
Captain, I understand your frustration. You are a little fish swimming in a giant ocean and you've just met your first whale. It's perfectly fine. As you know, there has been sabotage aboard the Sajeti ship. This has precipitated the conflict with the Dwarvashians, yes?
Yes.
You know my standing within the Sajeti systems, yes?
No, but you could elaborate on that.
I am not very high-ranking, but I am the son of an important individual. This would make me a prime target for being taken hostage in a situation like this, yes?
You could consider this as a yes, the way you are currently in my map bay.
I take your meaning, Captain. Yes, you could attempt to sell me to the Dwarvashians, and they would claim it as a prize, and to most likely pay you handsomely. But I don't think you are necessarily that kind of crew. I could be wrong. You did save us. The Brunei ship offers me an opportunity to return to Brianese space in the protection of one of the most powerful warships currently in the Quad. It gives me peace of mind, and it removes me from your equation, which would allow you to continue doing whatever it is that you are doing out here.
Protection from what?
Dwarvashians, of course. No doubt they will want to send out anyone search parties. Or perhaps there might be repercussions from the particular battle. Either way, Captain, if it is money that you are truly after, I might have a few bank accounts which I could redirect towards you and your crew.
Mm-hmm. Listening.
Name your price, Captain.
Well, first of all, apart from everything else, I would like you to stop damaging my ship, if that is possible. I am currently on the way to the Brennian ship with my shuttle, and I do feel like there is a seat aboard that might be reserved for you if the price is right. There's also a beautiful airlock with your name on it. If you do not stop bugging me, apologies, Rika, if you not stop annoying me, so why don't you sit down, give us a few minutes to sort things out. I will name you my price. I'm pretty sure whatever I name will not be any inconvenience for you. And then we can proceed as, well, just people who met and parted ways.
I eagerly await your return decision, Captain, and of course I will stop attempting to evacuate from this ship, knowing that you are considering my offer.
Perfect. That's absolutely great. Now, sit there, hang tight. I will be back in a second. Rika, Yellow, can we just quickly talk outside?
Right away, Captain. Right away. You told him, Captain. You showed him I was boss. Yeah, you did. Hoorah.
I step up to the Sajeti and stare at him. He's not going to notice because exosuit, but still. And I'm going to say, I keep my eyes on you, Buenebo. And then I turn around and walk out.
You see him
it'll
sitting quite demurely on the edge of the desk, waiting your response. He certainly doesn't seem to be doing anything now other than occasionally tapping the side of his arm.
As soon as the door shuts behind me,
Yes.
I would like to go, Miss Daisy, could you run a calculation of the costs involved to repair you, not only repair you, but give you some of the urgently needed upgrades you have been requesting in my commander's logs for quite some time now?
Captain, does that include the additional changes and alterations as requested by the rest of the crew?
Absolutely.
I will compile a list for you, assuming black market items or registered space dock repair, Captain.
Well, space dock repair. I mean, if we're going big, we're going big.
Understood, Captain. I will compile a list and provide you with the figures. When do you wish this to have, Captain?
Now?
Very well, Captain. The approximate cost to repair this ship on current market rates based on a Brianese exchange rate is 17.5 million credits.
Okay, great. So
This includes 4 upgrades.
17.5, you said.
That's correct, Captain.
Okay, I think we should go for 30 million then, to let this Sigeti prince leave our ship. What do you think, Yellow?
Well, Captain, I mean, I don't really understand money. I usually just give you my credits whenever I get them. But, what I do know is that this individual might have been they might have been the cause of a bunch of deaths, Captain. And are we okay with just letting him go?
Are you okay with
Yes.
a new tactical? Are you okay with a new tactical console, some beautiful new torpedoes, and probably new lasers?
Captain, I never need any of that stuff. All I need is you and Miss Daisy. And maybe Rika. Maybe.
I have
Definitely
included
not.
complimentary backups of all of us on that specific request, Yellow. Several clones of the Captain will be included in case we lose the first one.
You know me so well.
Maybe I should stay on the vigilant as well. Well,
How are those
Rika.
light signals going?
sorry. I just wanted to hear Rika's opinion first.
I am engineer. I'm not trader.
We're not tradering here. We're bartering here.
Sure. I'm not too familiar with your economic system. Again, not trader. But if
Oh, you
17
mean trader? I'm sorry. I was understanding traitor, and I was like, what?
Freudian
well,
slip.
I guess I am in the eyes of my people, but it sounds fine to me. Better ship, good.
But
Yeah, I agree.
Captain, this person has already potentially betrayed his own people. What's could stop him just to turn around once he gets on safe on the Vigilant and say, well, bye, Miss Daisy. Here's some torpedoes for your trouble.
I know that one. You make him pay first.
That doesn't, but we won't get away with the money.
Well, I'm pretty sure Nova can handle. She's really good at the wheel.
You also had a funny bleeping thing going on. No, but do you know anything about bleeping things?
I'm afraid, Yellow, you'll need to be more specific. What type of bleeping?
So I described what was going on with his armor and his arm that I saw before.
Are you doing that through a page?
Yeah, I'm doing it through comms.
I'm registering that on our ship right now. So was I able to figure out what
What?
was going on with my 12?
I run over to a console and start. What the hell? What is he doing with my ship?
Don't touch my ship!
Yes,
There
it's the captain's ship, but it's my ship.
There is a very unusual. It's not a data stream coming from the Vigilance. But it's a very unusual gravimetric distortion, almost like a scan, but it would be a very low level scan, and all it's doing is it's been directed directly at the Miss Daisy. And the only effect it seems to be having is on anything that has some kind of crystal in its operations, and all it's doing is causing the crystal to slightly change its harmonic frequency, which is accounting for the dimming and the glowing of the cartography table, which of course is in the center of the bridge, as you know that uses a crystalline display.
Is that
But is
happening
that causing?
sorry.
Is that causing like a Morse code, so anywhere this person might be, he could see what they're saying? Because he would be doing the same thing on his wrist, right?
Well, in theory, this disturbance, if it's hitting the whole ship, anything in the ship that would be susceptible to that would be flicker.
Including his wrist and power source on it.
If it has the same setup, then yes. To answer your question, Captain, there are very few displays that still use old-fashioned crystal display. The cartography table being one of them. You know that possibly some of the older displays in tactical would have it as well. They're a bit more robust than the modern day stuff, the holography of the modern day stuff.
I was especially aiming the question towards the fact that we are all in medbay, and if I want to have a look at that and learn anything from it, is there something in my vicinity that where I could see that happening?
Oh, sure, absolutely. You know that there is an interface directly into Miss Daisy herself, which is 15 meters away, that you could rush into and start looking at. Yes?
I would just like to see if I can make anything out of the pattern in terms of, can this be communication?
Sure.
That's what I was doing with my obscure lore check, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was working out that it is some kind of communication. So you've been watching it for a while now, and you realize that the same pattern is just going over and over and over again. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what
this is. Can I have Miss Daisy run a diagnostic through put out the pattern, like figure out the pattern, like map out what is repeating, and have her run that through every single language database that we have, so that way we can figure out which language it's in and translate it.
Due to the short nature of the code, it is difficult to come up with an accurate assessment of what it might mean. It could be a set of sequential numbers repeated over and over again. However, I believe the most likely translation into the common tongue would be here.
That's how, Captain. So the code that's coming through is here, and I believe that's how he knew there's a ship here, because he's been locked in the med bay. How would he know there is any ship that we were speaking to, especially Brynyanese?
Miss Daisy, can we discern whether or not the source of the signal is on our ship or is outside of our ship?
It was they're sending it inside the ship, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But how they know?
They don't. They're just pinging here, and he received the signal, which means it might be something like where one agent gives another agent a signal that they're close by.
But didn't Yellow just say about the guy sending a blipping light from his wristband?
I think he received.
Meaning well, why would he be poking like this to receive, right? I think he's coding back what's going on, possibly back to them, because we wouldn't receive that.
He's just a homing beacon, guys. He's just the star in the sky, and they're finding him. That's pretty much all it is, because all he's saying here over and over. And honestly, this guy's, we're dealing with potentially an organization that's, intersector, that's in the shadows. Maybe we do want to tussle with something like that. Maybe we can't run from that. Or maybe, we just let them go and we take our money and we go to the far reaches of space.
For
Just-
once, I agree with you.
We are essentially going to have to pick a side no matter what we do at this point. It's not one of those we'll drop him off and not. Now we can throw a lot in with the Sajetti, who we know are going to try to take over, or they're not pleasant to deal with, and they're going to fuck us over either way they can. Or we could throw a lot in with the Dwaveshians, and
Who will do the same?
not
Well-
to the point that the Sajetti will, and they're more friendly with the other empires. And whatever this Brynjanese is, they pick their side. It doesn't mean they're actually going towards what the Brynjan Empire would want. And if we take their money, we're essentially being bought out and throwing our lot in with the Sajetti.
Key question. Can we escape before they blow us up?
I have an idea about that one.
I've already got
Um,
the courses plotted, don't I?
So, first of all, I absolutely agree. I'm pretty sure the Sajet are going to try to, well, end us somehow. And depending on how good Yellow can convince our Dovashian friends, they might be not as inclined to help us as we might hope, but maybe there's a chance there. The Brennian ones, well, not sure about them, but honestly, we're already having, well, enough guests on our party. Let's not try to invite the Brennians here as well. So I would say let's go for the money and make a run for it and see how we can get out of all of that, because at least I prefer to die rich than just to die.
I want to bring one point up that we talked about last time, just real quick. Let's not make the assumption that these individuals are working for their respective nations. There might be something like a shadow organization. No, a shadow organization. Yeah, conspiracy shadow organization. Rika and I are on the same page. And Till. I'm sorry, Captain Ohu.
My concern is
Like,
if
are we?
the problem I have with taking the money is that would open up them to our accounts and give us them ways of finding us, of denying us our own. They could probably backlog it or take everything from us as well and lock us down so they can always hunt us. They get all our information that way. It could let them into our system, so they'll be like, yeah, we'll give you money, but we'll find out every single thing about you, and you'll never be able to escape.
That's true, but I have a good friend in the Cayman system on the planet Swiss. Who's really good at depositing money when I send it to him. So I feel like that is something.
The Swiss bank account?
No.
No.
No, it's yeah,
Like a Swiss. Yeah.
Cayman Prime. We all know about Cayman Prime.
On Cayman
Thanks,
Prime,
Swiss.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Now I feel like that at least is to some extent in the areas where I know my ways around securing money or protecting money that might be a little bit off the records. The problem is, and I think probably Yellow, you were the one who's pointing that out. I think the immediate problem is getting away from this battleship that is here without being blown up immediately, because if we can win some distance between the ship and us, I think we have enough plans to see how we then continue from there on.
Here's my thoughts on that. If we keep him on the ship right now, they won't blow us up because they need him. They're not going to open target and fire on who's paying them. But if the moment he gets off our ship, we are fair game.
I did a 9 on my physical science check
Mhm.
to see the swiftness in which we could just dive.
I'm ready.
As soon as yeah. I know you have the calcs done,
Yes,
but there might be some lag time between your dive and their missiles coming right at us.
the Brenians use railguns, which do take time to charge up, a good 10 to 15 seconds if they're already primed and armed, which they're not. Their torpedoes will take at least 30 seconds before they will even be in a position to fire. So you will have
Should be enough.
ample time to make a jump, especially because it's already pre-calculated.
The secondary question then, is there a way that they can deny our dive? Like if they can scramble us or anything like that, they see us trying to do that.
There is one option that they have, which is they can try to flood space with so much particulate matter that it throws the gravitational calculations off. Or they could try and surround you guys with a cloud of particles so that your ship, whilst it's busy demolecularizing itself, gets confused. But again, that would require them to be in a state of readiness to do that. It's not just a button you punch. It's space is space. It takes time to get stuff out there.
That's fine.
Okay,
So we're good then if we want to jump.
I think yes, especially if we prep a little bit for our escape. So you see, usually when you do, and I'm not talking out of experience, just merely reading books, but if you kidnap someone and you want to hand him over, you should be prepared for the moment where the police busts in and you need your time to get out. So what about that? Just tossing ideas around here. What about that? We make our little prince pay. That's the first thing. That buys him the ticket on the shuttle. I will take him with the shuttle to the Admiral. If there is a little bit of cargo on our shuttle that might cause the Vigilance to lose power or to drift in space or to lose track of us, or at least to buy us some time to get away, I think we're good.
I didn't know we were pirates.
Captain.
No, we're not. We're just trying to play this clever here.
We're just trying to abduct the
Captain,
prince. And
I
knock out the vigilance.
I understand the desire and how do I put this? The want to get rich fast. The moment you step off our ship and step onto theirs, they have control of you. There is no reason for them to not blow up our ship and not take you captive the moment he steps off our ship. There's no reason for them to not blow up our ship once he's on a shuttle, and then you're stranded with this person. And then there's the moral implications. Are you really okay selling someone who started a war over to his people for a payout that people are going to wonder where the hell the money came from?
Are you okay, Nova? That's what.
Are you
that's
okay?
what
Well, you see, Nova, I feel
I
like
see either way this happens, the moment he leaves our ship, we're dead.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
so. I think we can prep for that. Also, I
think
just
that's
want to
very
point out that
hopeful thinking.
a few, let's say about 30 minutes, an hour ago, you were proposing the idea to hand him over to the Brenians. I'm just doing what you
The
proposed.
Brennan Council. The Brennan Council.
Well,
These guys clearly have come here for him. Because if you hand him over to the Brennan Council, they can decide whether or not if he's a prisoner of war or something else, and they can figure out what to do with him. These guys have been bought out by him. And
We don't
that
know
implicates they are beaming a signal as saying, we're here.
Well, one of them
And they
is
wouldn't
beaming
be
a signal.
doing that if they said they were here for survivors and to watch what the
Look,
outcome
I get what
is.
you're saying, Nova. The point is you wanted to dump this poor guy, or you wanted to dump this prince onto a poor Brennian embassy worker who doesn't know at all what he's getting there. Here are people who want to have him and who we are kind of getting paid for handing him over. We don't have to fly 6 hours. We just have to fly a short shuttle trip over. And we're getting paid quite some money if we are getting paid for it. And it's like
just transprint.
we could transprint him as well. Yes,
But we
sure.
again will be shot down.
No,
They will not
I
have
just did the
time to shoot
calculations,
us.
and we can get
Whatever.
away.
If they send it, I don't care. I just want the hell out of here. But
Well,
I think
me
you
too.
have the eye on the prize and you want this money more than thinking about your lives at this point because it's a pretty parcel.
Well, we don't have any problems with dumping them, so we should be okay with that. But we do need to get paid first because the captain needs his new bag. So
yeah, but then they could just take the money right out of our accounts again.
well, if they have that kind of reach,
Or they'll just shoot us.
if they have that kind of reach, we're already dead anyway. Because those bank Swisses are real hard to get into, let me tell you.
If I
I'm
might
gonna-
interject,
Yeah.
Yes.
I took the liberty of scanning the Brennisen ship discreetly. I have identified the source of the unusual disturbance that appears to be emanating from the vessel. Unless
Thank
the
you, Daisy. I
Brionnese...
was going to do that.
My pleasure. Unless the Brionnese have significantly changed their battleships from the standard model, the transmission appears to be coming from a cargo bay located in the aft of the ship. This is not standard positioning of scanning technologies aboard most Brionnese vessels. I'm uncertain if this helps or hinders your deliberations. However, I should point out that this would indicate to my thinking that the captain or admiral of the vessel is unaware of this transmission.
Okay, to the
Meaning
hall.
that the captain of the
Even
ship.
better.
Can
That's
we get this
perfect.
over with?
Yeah, I feel like that kind of lays out the plan perfectly fine. We're selling a ticket to our shuttle. I will head over to the admiral, hand over the prince, and inform the admiral about the signal he has on board. While probably I don't need to we don't need to hinder the vigilance to get off. All we need to do is I take a transprinter with me, and in case of trouble, I'm transprinting back here, and we get the F out of here.
All right, Captain.
All right.
That's the plan. Do you need backup? Do you want me to just stand behind you and crack knuckles? Or if Rika they to go with the big stick?
I should probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you prep for a fast exit, and I will take our guest over to the vigilance.
Okay. Are you trying to get paid first?
Yeah.
How does that mechanically God, how does that mechanically work? Is there like internet e-transfers or something like that?
Absolutely. Sure. No, it's even simpler than that, to be perfectly honest with you. All you do is bring up the figure plus your banking details. Not that the individual would see those details necessarily on a data pad. And all they need to do is present some kind of organic matter that they have linked to their own accounts to the data pad, and it will just transfer straight away. So it does detect for heartbeat and pulse, provided that that species has that particular function to make sure that it's not just a removed body part.
I would never murder or remove body parts. Maybe Captain Noah would though.
So what about let's say internet banking then from
absolutely.
that part on. Sure. He's transferring money to me. Now correct. I need to I do have this shady smuggler contact.
No.
I would like to make sure that once the money is there, I hand it over to my contact who then disperses it to several accounts.
Not a problem at all.
Okay. So securing the money would not be the biggest problem.
No, and once it's in the account, you can distribute it in a million ways and
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so are we good? Are we ready?
Whatever you say, Captain, I'm ready to go. Woo. What do you want me to do? What's the plan? That's what Yellow says. Mitch understands.
Well, follow Rika. I think Rika knows what to do.
What if she scuttles?
Well, and you scuttle as well.
All right.
I would like to go back in and talk to the prince.
All right. Nova, where are you heading?
I'm just going to plot out the course and get the ship ready to leave.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it very apparent that I want nothing to do with this money. I think it's dirty money. And unless someone takes it out of a bank account and physically hands it to me, I don't want any trace internet-wise to my account.
Yeah, it's going to be like a big Santa bag full of credits. And
it's going to be like pennies.
Everywhere.
I open my door one day in my bedroom, it all comes out.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's what you're doing.
So the plan involved us putting a transprinter on the shuttle. Is that something that Rika and Yellow would do? Right?
Oh yeah, easy enough. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to be protecting Captain Ohu. That is Yellow's intent, and let Rika
Okay.
take care of that, just in case the Shigeta decides to start shanking.
Sure thing. Rika, are you doing anything?
Yes, I'm going to start trying to do whatever repairs I can
On the
before
ship?
captain comes back, because the ship is in kind of bad shape. So what do I need to do for that?
All right, so that's a that's a whole bunch of checks. I'm just frantically scrolling through all of
I
them.
mean, we do have jury rig, but
repair.
I don't remember the check for it. It's
Yeah,
repair, right?
okay. So it's repair, and you want to repair a gigantic thing. That's what your ship is. There is a target number that you would have to get, and it will take you 4 hours, but it's also going to cost you 1,000 credits.
I thought it cost a supply, if I read correctly.
Supply, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, a supply or 1,000 credits, correct.
Right.
Correct.
How long is the captain
Oh,
counting
wait a
on
minute.
being gone?
Sorry, I'm looking at the repair skill. You're going to issue a repair order.
Yes, if that works.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it
Because
does.
I'm going to have Yellow help me anyway.
Yellow's going with... Yellow, are you going with the captain across? No, you're not. You're
I'm just watching him right now, just so he doesn't get shanked. I mean, I probably should follow him everywhere, but he told
Okay.
me not to. So,
all right. So, yes.
Well, Yellow, that very much depends on how we can secure our guest in the shuttle. I feel like I don't want to be killed by him in the shuttle. So I don't know if we can. Do we have something like a holding room there? How much space does the shuttle have?
Oh, the shuttle is fairly large. I will bring up a map of it quickly for you.
Wasn't that the one we call the Stingray?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Anyway, I'm
got
going to
it.
put 5 points into this. I'm just going to make a repair check, and you can tell me what happens later.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there is the primary cockpit, which is big enough for you to sit in. Then there is the aft section, which has seating for 6 people. Or the chairs can be taken out, and it can get converted into an actual cargo bay itself of the shuttle.
Yeah, I feel like Yellow, it would be good if you accompany me.
right, you are, Captain. Whatever you want. I was going to do that anyway.
Perfect.
Miss Daisy, the moment they move him out of the medical bay, I want you to scan the medical bay for any small form of transprinting or anything they could put a bomb or something in our ship. If he left anything behind.
I shall run as many scans as appropriate, Nova. I share your sentiment in mistrust of this particular individual.
All right, just get ready to go as fast as we can.
I will
The
transfer
AI
power.
mistrust you. Wow.
She loves everyone. Why doesn't she like you? It's like our favorite dog.
Right. Okay, so Captain, how are you going to affix this Jesse Captain into the...
Well, first of all, I feel like I have to negotiate.
Oh, you want to talk with him? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really figured out
That's
the payment.
right. Yes. All right, so you head into his chamber, into
Yeah.
the medical bay. Yeah.
So I have good news for you, Captain Zero, if you still want to be addressed like that. We do have a shuttle here, and it turned out that we are selling a seat here. If you are interested to buy a ticket onto our shuttle, we're more than willing to sell it to you. It's a bit costly, but probably not for you. Like, we're talking here 30 millions, but that would get you off the ship, get you to the Vigilance, and you will never have to see me again.
That is a high price, Captain.
He turned into a robot.
I mean, that is a high price, Captain. The vocoder has been damaged.
Well, I feel like you're a highly valued individual, and it seems very important for you to get off the ship. So there you go. That's the price.
Very well. I will pay it. I have no choice. I see I was rescued by mercenaries, not...
Helpful mercenaries.
Let us just go then, Captain. I am eager to depart this vessel.
Well, sure. Let's just do the transaction quickly now because I feel like better get paid upfront for such a thing.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, so I assume we're just doing the...
As you hand him the pad to do the transfer, he removes his glove, revealing his hand, and he presses it to the pad.
Vocoder.
Your voice.
As he removes, oh my god, I'm sorry. He pulls the glove off, and he tries to place his hand on the pad. As he does so, the pad does not react. It doesn't say transferred or anything. It just says waiting for authorization.
Which authorization?
His authorization to transfer the money.
Well, then this is going to take very long if you're not authorizing.
Captain,
He's
it
owned.
would appear that perhaps there is some kind of technical fault.
Psychology check.
Yeah, I would like to
Yeah,
do
I
a
believe it.
psychology check. So, how's your psychology? I can assist you if you're.
No, you're probably better than me. I only have one.
Well, then you can assist me, right?
Yep. What is the D
10.
DN to assist? I'm not assisting nobody.
14. If
Um,
you assist me, I have a +1, right? Which
Yeah, plus
I
2.
failed.
And no, he
No,
didn't.
he has to
assist.
succeed for
Yeah.
the assist to go through.
okay, yeah, okay. So then it's a 14.
All right. You get the sense that he didn't ever expect it to work.
Yeah. Well, now that's unfortunate, isn't it? That means airlock,
Airlock?
I feel.
Captain, surely there is some other accommodation we can come to. Perhaps the amount is too high for the authorization to go through.
How about that? You asked me for a price. I named my price. How about you now tell me what you're willing to pay or you're capable to pay to get off this ship? And I will then consider whether getting off this ship means airlock or shuttle.
And I lean forward over Captain Ohu and I say, and you better make it real nice and pretty for us. Did I do good?
I page only to the captain. I'm gonna page only to the captain. It's like, or we could sell him to the Dwarvish.
He slowly.
Let me try again, Captain. Perhaps it is not the hand, but the eye that it wishes to authenticate. My people are very precious about our appearance being seen by others. I would appreciate some privacy. But I understand security, so Captain, you may remain. If your large medical doctor would move, however, I would be appreciative.
I turn around and I put my
You
head
just-
against the wall.
Yeah. I will put my hand
And I
on
do
my
this.
on my cannon.
Your,
My
your
ballistic sidearm.
ballistic sidearm. All right. He
That's like a giant cannon with a full lever.
he unclips several things at the back of his head and he slowly pulls his mask off. And I need you, Captain Ohu. Really go into the skills. I need you to actually just give me a spirit check. So you tell me, you roll a d12 and you add as many skill points or not as you want to the sphere. It's just a straight up spirit check.
Well, I think I will. Can you just for the sake of my understanding, because I'm getting disgusted by him, or is there something happening to me? Like I want to know from flavor perspective what is happening to me.
As he reveals his face, there is a sense of potentially absolute dread and terror.
Okay. So I would then kind of guard myself and try to contain my poker face. I will put 4 points spiritual into it.
All right.
Or that's all I have.
Oh Jesus Christ. Spiritual, that's not a skill, right?
No,
That's
it's literally a D12 plus whatever.
Okay. Well, that's an 11 then.
An 11. You have two choices. You can either scream or not. But as he pulls his faceplate away, his entire head seems to be made out of these tiny black worms. And they spray out this sort of... It could be dust, but it sprays out all over your face.
Nice.
Yeah. But the whole face is just worms, and you can see there's bits of skin hanging off of these worms, but it's as if they ate the Sagetti from the inside out.
Well, I will probably not scream, but I will be like,
And that's where we're going to end today's show. We'll be back next week.
I was going to be like, Dad?
I just get out my right from like, screw this, I'm done with this, and walk away and just blow his head off.
I'm gonna give you that guy. I expected a lot, but not that.
Well, we'll see.
It's
We'll
not
see.
a Sagetti!
Or maybe it is.
Yeah.
Sagetti worm.
well, he's a spaghetti.
Oh, no.
Spaghetti.
Okay, it's airlock for you. Anyway, thanks everybody for playing. We will be back next week, so thank you for watching. Until then, however, I wish you goodbye.